was diagnosed with prostate cancer at the age of 50. And at the age of 50, you're thinking, well, that's pretty young. As a young man, I would say, to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. And it was a little bit scary, but right now it's an ongoing process. I had symptoms which was my sex drive was lower than normal, and that was a little bit concerning. In terms of the other symptoms, there was no other symptoms beside that. Well, I did my annual check every year. I go to my doctor, and in that year, he told me that my PSA level was higher. So it was a concern to him. So he said to me he wanted a second opinion. And he wanted to do another blood test, which we did. And he found out that we need to go to the urologist to determine if there is any active cancer in the prostate. I went to see the urologist after my doctor called him and made an appointment, and he said that we need to do some tests, a series of tests, which is the biopsy. I did a cystoscopy and an ultrasound, and from that was determined the result of the prostate cancer. I chose the surgery, and why the surgery is because at my age, I was a little bit scared that if I choose another treatment, it may come back and I would have to deal with later down the after effect. That was my thinking. But so far, the surgery, the choice I made was the choice that I think it was the best choice for me. Yes, there was complication. There was quite a number of complications I experienced. One of them was the scar tissue, which was the biggest one that affected me most, and incontinence was another one. But the scar tissue was happened after about 2 months after I did my surgery. So then I had to go back to do a cystoscopy and clean the tract, which was the scar was growing into the urinary tract. So that was that one was a very painful procedure. But yeah, that was, I had to do that. When I went to my urologist, actually my urologist called me into his office. I went by myself, just casual, and the question he asked me was, are you by yourself, are you alone? So my reply was yes. So he said, have a seat, and he said to me, the result is in, and you have prostate cancer. So that was a surprise to me, and my reaction was numb. I didn't say anything after that, or didn't hear anything from what he was saying after his result. I took medication 1 month after the procedure to stimulate the blood flow into the areas of where I had my surgery. During my recovery, there was a lot of things going through my mind, and the main thing I reflect on was, how can I make an impact? How can I change lives? And what do I have to, how do I testify to the public or to my community about prostate cancer? So that was my big reflection on giving back or helping my community. 1 week after I had my surgery, I received a call from an unknown person, and in the conversation I asked, who am I speaking to? During that conversation we didn't introduce each other, but the person said his name is Winston Isaac, and he got my number from my wife. So during that conversation we had, it lasted actually for about an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And the positive from that conversation started the Walnut Foundation, how we can help our community by starting this group. So it was a good feeling that we know that here we are, after 10 years, helping our community. So that's the positive outcome of my experience with prostate cancer. I've been talking to various people, my job, people I meet on the street, people in the community, and talking to them and supporting them and encourage them to go to the doctor and make sure that they ask the questions if they have any symptoms in terms of the function, prostate cancer, or enlarged prostate. So I try to encourage my community to talk to the doctor if there's any symptoms. Screening is very important. It gives you an early diagnosis. If you don't screen, likely you're going to be cutting your life short as men. If you look at the women when they go to do the physical, they have no hiccups in doing the examination. Us as men, screening we should follow that rule, that same rule, as our wives, our children, our daughters, our mothers go to the doctor to do the examination. Screening should be part of that as a routine for men. I would like to say to the men out there, go get checked, know your numbers. Early diagnosis would save your life. If there is any symptoms that you feel uncomfortable with, talk to your doctor. That would save your life. Thank you.